Hi, it's Kristen here with another process video, and today I'm going to be completing a layout for another International Scrapbooking Day challenge hosted by Doodlebug, and it was to create a layout based on a mood board. And so I'm going to be using the Butterfly Kisses line. I really like this floral paper along with the stripe paper. Together, to use them as a whole, I kind of felt like maybe they were a little bit too much. So I decided to tear both of them and layer them in an alternating pattern, just because I liked both of them, but I kind of felt like the patterns of them were a lot as a whole. And so breaking them up, I felt like really kind of helped soften them a little bit, make them feel less harsh. And so you just see me kind of alternating them here. So I ended up using just whatever cardstock I had that I really felt like I wouldn't use. And it's kind of a yellowish color cardstock, and I'm like, I probably won't pull that out to really use that very often. So I end up just layering the pieces on top of the cardstock and then cut off the excess. And so I've got them all layered up. Initially, I was going to use this photograph of me and my boys, but then I just felt like the colors really didn't go together. So I ended up choosing to go a different route with that. I like these little tags that came in the paper pack, and so I kind of set those off to the side. Now I decided I was going to document these pictures of my daughter. It was a very interesting outfit. So she had on this cute little Easter dress, and Easter Bunny had brought her some new goggles, and so she was walking around with her new goggles on and with her cute little outfit, and she just thought she looked like hot stuff. So it was adorable. So I decided that goes really well with this paper. And so initially I took like 5 photographs of her, and I was going to do them across that center strip, but then I felt like it kind of got lost. So I tried different variations of it, I tried to go up and down with the pictures, and I did a lot of that off camera, and I just decided it was too many pictures. So I ended up picking out these 2, one of her holding her kitty cat, and the other one her holding up a peace sign. So I am pulling out some ephemera pieces. If you noticed, I did cut that tag in half to utilize it all the way across. I'm pulling out some hearts. That happy piece, that was part of a pack called Chit Chat, which is, a lot of it was like kind of title type pieces. I really like this beautiful, but then I felt like it was a little bit too much with the happy title. So, and then I'm just pulling out some more Chit Chat pieces. I believe those little pieces that I have below happy were part of that Chit Chat pack. Now with this layout, I kind of wanted to keep the clusters right around the pictures because I really liked the floral and the striped paper. So I really kind of wanted to try hard not to cover that up and keep it mostly all around the pictures, because I feel like with really bright and happy and pretty paper like that, I try really hard not to cover it up and kind of utilize it to kind of do most of the decorating and I guess the embellishments for the layout. And sometimes, with like paper like this, with a really bold pattern like the floral paper, you just don't want to use too much because then it can get a little noisy. At least that's how I feel. And I'm not always like a minimalist. I would say probably more often than not, I'm a maximalist. Like I have a hard time stopping myself when I'm putting embellishments on a page. And sometimes there's other times where I'm kind of a minimalist. So I think it just depends on my mood. And the pictures, so anyways, I like these little sun pieces. I decide I'm going to have the sun with the cloud kind of popped up on foam in front of the little cloud, just to kind of give it more of a 3D effect. And then this little circular sun guy, I like on the right hand side of the picture. I was going to use this floral mason jar there. I really considered that, but then I felt like it was going to cover up a lot of that striped paper, so I want to work in at least one of these butterflies. The yellow I kept feeling like it was blending in too much, so I did end up setting that one off to the side. And then I'm going to add a couple of these little heart pieces in here. And you can still see like my challenge carnage like laying around my, so many of these videos, it's like, I didn't have time to clean it up. So anyways, you know, a messy table, I think, shows that you've been crafting and happy. So I do pick out that pink butterfly to put on the right hand side, just so then that way I've got it, so I feel like it's balanced there with the butterflies. So I'm going to pull everything off and start getting it all adhered down. This guy I do end up popping up on foam. I've popped the sun up on foam, and then this happy piece I do pop up on foam as well. And so here is the finished layout. It was really simple. I didn't use a lot of embellishments. I just kind of let the paper do the work for me. And here are some close-ups. I appreciate you coming by to watch my process video, and I hope you'll come by again for the next one.